What's up, Print Hustlers? It's Bruce from Printavo, getting into the office. Got a really cool topic I want to talk to you guys about. All right, now let's get started here. I want to talk to you guys about a business speaker, and his name is Simon Sinek. Does that read right? Simon Sinek. So what he talks about is the infinite game. Now, the infinite game is his way of talking about how you should run your business. And I really found this very, very interesting, especially because it's very easy to worry about competition. Competition is everywhere. Whether you only have a few competitors in your area or larger ones online that you compete with, they're everywhere. And it may not just be people in your industry. For example, we at Printavo, we compete with QuickBooks, pen and paper, whiteboards, let alone all the other software tools that are out there in the industry. So what he says is you need to completely forget that. Gone. Forget it. And what you need to focus on is outlasting your competition. That needs to be the focus. The number one thing is to outlast your competition. And so how are you going to do that? How do you do this is the question, and why is it important? It could be really crazy and disruptive to your business to always be focusing on the competition, right? You know, you're always trying to play a step behind instead of playing a step forward. You're always trying to catch up, and you're seeing them do something and then you copy. Or you see them move this way and you follow that way instead of leading the pack and going on your own path. Now, if you start to think about outlasting your competition in a pure focus on your customers, it makes it a lot easier and it drives you a lot less insane. Now, of course, all of us have our ups and downs, right? We're going, sometimes it's really hard. We lost an employee, a really good employee, another one we just found, but it took forever. Everything happens, mistakes, all this kind of stuff, and everybody's going through it. But the key, and this is what really comes out of, again, these podcasts, is always taking every one of these opportunities as just that, an opportunity. It's a chance to look at it and say, well, how can we make this better, or what can we do next time, or what's the positive light out of this? Simon goes into the details of the why behind your business, the why you're pushing so hard with your customers. He has a really good example, and this was at a Zune conference that he went for Microsoft. And he looked at the Zune back when, iPods and Zunes were big, and he thought it was an amazing device, right? It did everything and more that he thought was possible from a portable music player. He then got in a car and went home with an Apple executive, and he told him, and he said, how's things going on at Apple with the iPods? And he said, they're good. And he said, the Zune is an incredible device. And the Apple executive said, I know. What Simon was really getting at with this example was the fact that he was acknowledging that the product was better and that they were completely focused on their product to keep pushing forward. And I think that really resonates as you get so distracted with competition and everything and all these other variables happening at the same time instead of really focusing on your product, what you're delivering, and your customers. He also really touches on the fact that we tend to say, well, I'm going to beat my competitors. We're going to win. And what does that really mean? What are you measuring? Is it revenue? Is it employee count? Is it number of customers? Is it boxes out the door? Is it shirts in? What are you all going by? So nobody's really playing on the same field. So how can you actually win in this, right? It's not a good way of measuring your company and your success long term. So when you go about thinking about those decisions and business decisions and people you bring on and different choices you make and how you address your customers, we always tend to now think about, okay, what is the infinite game version of this? How are we thinking about this problem so that it lasts for infinity and we can keep pushing? And those are the types of people we bring in the company to help join us. Check out Simon's video below. We're going to link to it in the bottom here so you can see the full presentation. It's really, really good. I definitely highly recommend it. All right, I got to get to work.